everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for another video. Welcome back. If you guys checked out my last video, thank you. Please give it a thumbs up. So yeah, if you guys can tell by the title, we're about to get in cheap ways to have a nice vacation getaway. So if you want to know, stay tuned and find out. Okay, you guys, so I am back, like I said, for another video. And so I'm sorry that the lighting isn't the best, but the way that my day has been going, at least so far, it's just been chaotic. It's been crazy. I didn't get to film earlier today when I had better lighting, so I'm like making my own lighting. If you guys saw what it really looked like over here, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, Charday, like, come on now, we need to get it together, because honey, it's looking a little funny back there. But you guys can see me, and I hope so. If you guys can, leave it down in the comments below. But like I said, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so if you guys checked out my last video, you guys heard, and I told you guys that me and my husband went on a nice little getaway to Jamaica, and I'm gonna sit here and tell you guys how and everything like that. So I'm gonna have my phone right here because I want to pull up the exact amount that I paid for our vacation and how much a typical room costs were of where we stayed. So we traveled to Jamaica before, and we stayed at Secrets Resort in Jamaica, and we absolutely loved it when we stayed there. So we were like, we want to stay again. But because of everything that's going on in the Dominican Republic, and I think because of the Sumfest that was going on in Jamaica, it was very, very expensive to stay there. So original price to stay at Secrets in Jamaica, let me see, give me a second really quick. You hear my house is super, super quiet. That's because my mom came and picked up the kids for me. I work 2 jobs, so I work my second job. Like I said, I think I stated in the video prior that I make my own schedule, so I decided to pick up some days. And so when I do work at my second job, I have to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's no way that I can take my kids to my mom's house so she can drop them off to school for me and then make it to work by 5. So she picks them up for me from my house, and then she takes them for the night, which is so nice. So right now the house is like super quiet, and I feel like this was the perfect time to be able to film. So I'm still looking it up. Okay, so for a typical night in Jamaica at Secrets Resort right now, around like the Sumfest time, which is like, okay, so let's say the 21st, we stayed 1, 2, 3, 4. We stayed 3 days, no, 4 days, 3 nights. So that is $549 a night. So if we do $549 times 1, 2, 3, that's $1,600, right? Okay, so, and that's actually pretty good, because I remember when I checked last time, it was a little bit more expensive than that. Okay, so anyways, I want to say, like, including airfare, including to stay there and everything like that, our trip was about $2,500, which isn't too bad for taking a trip to Jamaica. Stayed at a Gold Crown 5-star resort. Okay, so how do we get into staying at Secrets Resort in Jamaica, Montego Bay? So let me start from the beginning. So I was looking around trying to find different resorts to stay at, and I really couldn't find anything except for the Jewel Grand. The Jewel Grand is a beautiful resort. If I ever have a chance to go back to Jamaica, which we are planning another trip, I will definitely stay there. It was beautiful. The only thing that I did not like about the hotel, about the resort, was that the fact that it wasn't adult only. And so I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going away with my husband for an early anniversary getaway, and I'm going to stay at a resort with kids. I don't think so. So I decided that we were going to stay somewhere else. So I was looking around, and I found this company called Book VIP. Now, I know maybe some of you guys have booked with them before and had bad experiences. Trust me, it was a gamble, and I really did take a risk booking with them. But the amount that I was paying to stay there, to stay at one of the resorts that they had on promo, was worth it. So like I said before, to stay at Secrets around the time that we were staying there was about $1,800-$1,900, more or less. It was a little bit more expensive than the 16 that I said I quoted, but it was a pretty penny to stay there. So I looked online. Book VIP had a promo going on. They still have the same promo going on. And I want to say I want to give you guys the exact amount that we paid. We paid $1,217 plus $119. So we paid $1,336. Now we paid $1,336 for 2 people, and this was all inclusive, everything included in the resort. Like I said, I was taking a risk. I was taking a gamble. I was gambling basically with our vacation money. So I did my research. Believe it or not, I did do my research. I found a lot of websites were like, oh, they scammed me. I booked with them and this happened. I booked with them, and then a week before we were supposed to leave, they said they didn't have any rooms available. I put my deposit down with them. I changed my mind and I couldn't get my money back. Everything underneath the sun. It was to be honest, it was a lot more negative than it was positive. But let me tell you this. I did my research and I looked around, and I called them maybe about 3 or 4 times to see if they were giving me the same spiel about, okay, did you read the terms and conditions? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? So when it was all said and done, I did read the terms and conditions. I did see okay, so the terms and conditions for where we stayed was, you have to be a single woman over a certain age and making X amount of money. Or you had to be a couple, cohabitating couple that made X amount of money. Cohabitating or married couple that made X amount of money over X amount of money or whatever, right? So, and then the term with this was, when you stayed at Secrets, you couldn't have stayed at Secrets before. And if you did stay at Secrets before, it couldn't be with the agency itself. It had to been on your own terms, which I let them know ahead of time, yes, we stayed at Secrets before, but it was because we stayed on our own. And so they were like, oh, okay, no problem. So we were able to stay there. Now, disclaimer before I get further into this, Book VIP offers amazing deals because, one, it's not just, oh, we'll give you amazing deals for free. No. There is a catch to it. The catch is you have to sit through a timeshare presentation. Now, do you have to purchase? No, you don't. Is it going to affect the way that you stay there the remaining of the time? No, it doesn't. All it is that they're giving you this amazing deal to listen to what they have going on at that resort, right? So, we went ahead and we decided, we're like, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try it out. So I gave a guy that I booked with a hard time. I was like, look, you guys better not run off with my money. I was telling him all kind of stuff. You guys better not run off with my money. You guys better not do this. You guys better not do that, because I canceled my reservations with the Jewel Grand to be able to book with you guys to get a way better deal. So he was like, no, ma'am. He's like, and I told him, I said, look, I've heard very negative things about your company, and I wanted to give you guys a try because the deal was so amazing. And I don't mind sitting through a timeshare presentation. Me and my husband used to do it all the time, so we didn't mind it. So he went ahead and said, no. The reason why people are posting negative reviews is because they put the $99 down deposit and then never continued on with their remaining deposits on time, which caused a default in their account, and they wanted to get their money back and they couldn't. And he says that it's already stated in the terms and conditions that once you make your deposit, you can no longer get that money back. Another thing is, people say like, oh, we didn't know that it was a timeshare presentation. He says that we make sure that we let everyone know that this is a timeshare presentation that you have to sit through. If you don't sit through it, then basically you have to pay the full amount of the hotel that you're staying at. He's like, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of discrepancies that happen when someone is booking and they're not doing it the right way. He's like, but I'll assure you that you're going to have a great time and you'll have no problem booking with us. I said, okay. So I went ahead and did it. I paid the $1,227 or $1,297, whatever I just said. Paid the $1,200, and then I went ahead and he goes, okay, now we're going to send your file over to the resort. Once the resort gets your file, they're going to contact you. You're going to send them all your verifying they're going to send your file over to the resort, and then you're going to send them, I guess, all the stuff to say like you qualify for all the terms and conditions that they have, right? So of course me and my husband are married, of course we live under the same roof, of course we make X amount of money, so we're good, right? So he sent it off, I want to say within a week. We got a phone call from the lady from the resort. She wanted to verify everything. We sent over all our stuff. I sent over our lease to show that we are staying in the same apartment because our addresses don't match on our IDs. We sent over our IDs. I sent over our marriage certificate. And I think that's it. So we sent over all those things, and then after that, she verified everything and goes, okay, you guys are qualified, you know, everything. I'm going to send all your stuff over to Secrets, so you guys are good. I will continue to keep in contact with you guys. And so what Book VIP does is they're just like, I would say like a third party, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's the resort, and then there's the resort, and then it's Book VIP. So what happens is, what we were explained once we got to the resort and we did the timeshare presentation, is that Book VIP buys some of the rooms from the resorts, puts people in those rooms to basically introduce those people to the timeshare presentation, to introduce them to the resort to see if they do want to purchase a timeshare. So once all that was said and done, she also wanted us to send over our flight information, which as soon as I booked, I purchased our flights. So right away. And I purchased our flights on Expedia. So once that was all said and done, she contacted us like a week before we had to go before we left to go on our trip. And she just wanted to verify everything, make sure everything was good. Everything was good. So she was like, make sure you bring a copy of your confirmation and all the papers that was sent to you by Book VIP and by the resort itself. And I said, okay. So I brought all those things with me. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I was sitting there in the back of my mind like, what if this is a scam? What if we go all the way to Jamaica and we don't have a place to stay? What if they don't get, like, I was thinking of all kinds of things, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? And what if this goes wrong? So it was so many things, right? So we get to the resort, we make it safely to Jamaica, thank the Lord, we make it safely to Jamaica, we pull up to the resort, and I would tell the guy our name, because what happens is in Jamaica, a lot of the big resorts, they are all gated off with basically like the security and the soldiers and things like that. And so you, in order to get inside the resort, you have to be on the list. So we got to the gate, and the guy was like, "What's your last name?" And I was like, "Williams." And he looked at his list, and he goes, "We don't have a Williams." And I'm like, my whole heart sunk. I was like, oh my God, my worst fears. We're going to be stuck in Jamaica homeless. Like everybody else, like all my husband's family, because my husband is Jamaican, all my husband's family wasn't getting there until the next day. And I was just thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh. So I was like, okay, she said bring all the stuff. So I brought all the confirmation, everything. He looked at it and he goes, okay, you guys can go in. So once we went in and we got settled in, everything was fine. Everything was totally fine. We met our concierge person. She walked us around the resort. She was like, okay, we actually got an anniversary brunch, so we got like champagne, and they brought us breakfast to the room and things like that, and it was really, really lovely. It was really nice. Like I said, we did the timeshare presentation. No, in the event, we did not purchase a timeshare, but it did not affect the way that we stayed there. We stayed there, I want to say, a total of 4 days and 3 nights. And then once we were done and we checked out, then we left and we stayed with my husband's family in Kingston, Jamaica. So, all in all, I want to say that Book VIP was amazing to me. I am so sorry to those who've had really bad experiences with Book VIP, but with me and my sake, I had an amazing experience with them. And so, but what was nice about it, because I wanted to give you guys kind of like a rundown of what type of deals that they have. But hopefully when this video goes up, their site is up and running properly, and then I can attach the link down in the description box, and you guys can kind of click on it and see what kind of deals that they have. But trust me, guys, it is like the best deal. The one thing that I do say not to do is to make payments. Like, just go ahead. If you're going to book a vacation, make sure you have all the money together first, and then call them and then just book it all together. Don't make payments on it, because I feel like that's where it gets messy. But they have, I know that they have trips to Las Vegas, they have trips to the Dominican, they have trips to Jamaica, they have some to Florida, they have some to Hawaii, a whole bunch of different places. So, and Mexico, of course. They have a lot to Mexico. So, once our trip was said and done, and we came back from our trip, I want to say that the day that we arrived back into the States, I got a text message from Book VIP stating that basically, thank you for allowing us to make your trip amazing. Here's a reward for booking with us. Okay, so the one that I have is 6 days, 5 nights stay to Cancun, Mexico, vacation, only pay for the hotel taxes, which is $19.70 a night. So I think all in all, it came up to like, let's do the math. $19.70 times 5. $100. Can you guys see that? I know it's a horrible glare, but so basically like $98. I got a couple of them. I got 6 days, 5 nights in Cancun, Mexico. 6 days, 5 nights in Cancun, Mexico. Cancun, Mexico. Cancun, Mexico. Cancun, Mexico. Then I also got another one for a 3-night stay in Las Vegas. I've got a whole bunch of them. And this is just for basically saying like, oh, thank you for, oh, my earring came off. Thank you for staying with us. So, and using Book VIP. So, like I said, I'm going to leave the link down in the description box. To be honest, the reason why I'm filming this video too as well is to let you guys know that when I was looking for any reviews on Book VIP, all of them were all written like, They were all on blogs, they were all on like travel websites and things like that, but I didn't find anything on YouTube. And so I think I found maybe 2 videos. One was positive and one was negative, to be honest with you. But my experience was amazing. I can't even complain. There was not one discrepancy in it except for when we arrived at the gate and they didn't have our name on the list, and I think that's because we were going through Book VIP. But other than that, we had an amazing time. Now, was the resort the same when we went the last time? No, but that's a whole completely different video. I think I may do a review on Secrets Resort because we won't be staying there again, let me just say that. But other than that, yes. So yeah, our trip was amazing. It was really, really nice, and I really give it all to Book VIP for allowing us to book that trip very, very inexpensively, a very nice couples trip, because every married couple, every couple that has kids needs a getaway. Even the lady that our concierge person who was walking us around and showing us around the resort, she said the same thing. And she said that her and her husband, you know, they both get caught up in work and they forget about each other, especially because they have a little girl together. And she said that the day that we had arrived, I guess she said that day before, her and her husband went out and they went out drinking. They went to the bar. And they had an amazing time, and they basically kind of like fell in love again. And that's what you need, especially when you have a partner and you guys have kids. You need that. You need to love on one another, because a lot of time your love is taken and given to the kids. So, like I said, our trip was amazing. I hope that this information helped you guys. I hope that you guys do get a chance to take a look at the website. Like I said, I'll leave the link down in the description box. If you guys have any questions, please, please, please let me know, because I will be more than happy to answer them. This isn't like, oh, let me give a review and let me say all the good things about it and there was no bad things. Honestly, there was no bad things that happened to me while I was booking with this company. None whatsoever. So, like I said, if you guys have any comments or any questions, leave them down in the comment section. I don't know if I said in the description box, but leave them down in the comment section. Please leave a comment. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys really liked it. If you liked the information that I provided it to you. If you guys are thinking about taking a vacation, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know down in the description box, where was your last destination vacation outside of the United States? Or if you guys can't travel outside the United States, what was your last destination inside the States? Did you guys really enjoy it? Was it a couples trip? Also tell me how important you guys think couples trips are, because to me personally, I feel like they're very, very important. It keeps your marriage very fresh. That's my motto, keep it fresh. So I think it keeps your marriage very, very fresh, and you guys fall in love again. Just that little bit of time that you guys spend together. So yeah, and if you guys are taking a vacation anytime soon, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
And I thought we'd be different, yeah, we were on to some good shit.